Hi, my name is Alecx Naungayan, and this is my dramatic interpretation for the 2022 Washington State Speech Tournament. We heard running in the streets. We heard the name, Romeo, called out. We had no reason to think of Juliet. We knew nothing of what had happened. We thought our daughter was already dead. But then, we were sent for, my husband and I, to come to the opening of our tomb, the tomb of our family. The mother of Juliet, Lady Capulet, realizes that forgetting love for the sake of familial duties can be more tragic than going for it, just as how Juliet does as she followed her heart, but ended up losing her life instead. This is a story of Lady Capulet's views of her struggles and her tragical experience in duty by Pamela Raphael Berkman. Now I stand over the bodies of my girl and my enemy's boy, here in the dusty crypt. She stabbed herself instead, made a dagger sheath for breast. An earlier death was a pretense to get her to this place and away from us. Crumpled beside him is that fool Paris, who no less than Romeo died for the love of my daughter. And I stand and look across the children at Romeo's father, Montague. My daughter is pale. When she was alive, I thought she was afflicted with the green sickness, that odd anemic draining of the blood from the face that makes girls her age often so white, with no roses in their skins. Now, I know she could not have been ill in that kind. I had not seen pale until I saw this face before me. In life, she was a red rose, compared to this creature drained of blood, all the blood of her body warm with these disgusting stones running in rivulets between them, dyeing the mortar, the source of the river, that sharp little dagger still in her left breast. The clouds passed over the faint sun outside, and I watched the clouds in the light this morning, while my own girl, my own little puppet, my bean, as she once was within me, lies here curled at my feet, curled for him, for that boy! Oh, she was too young to know there's little more useless than a boy. I did not so succumb to such foolishness. I did not. When my turn came, I held my head high, I gathered my strength and performed the duty required of me. The duty that was best for all and for me even now. I know it. I'm 27. I was only a year older than she was. Now when my old husband Capulet and I conceived her. The boy's father, Montague, is yet only 30. He may have another son if he has none already. He is not old and gray and cantankerous, like my husband who smells of decay like this tomb. We have been waiting for the prince to speak first. Oh, we know it all. We heard it shouted among the crowds in the streets as we came. Yet the prince would have none but himself give the story authority. He would officiate at it. The friar speaks. Romeo there was husband to that Juliet, and she, there dead, was Romeo's faithful wife. I married them. Why? How dare we marry children against what he knew would be the wishes of their parents? He's to blame. I know it. However history may hold it, however gently the prince looks on him now. Nurse is babbling, telling all hysterical. You were too hot, she screams at my husband as I did when Juliet refused to marry the Count of Paris. Only the day before yesterday, though I was enraged by my daughter, no less than my husband was. How was I to know that fool at heart to surrender that prize to this callow boy, this stepped-upon worm at my feet? Yet my lord threatened her from the house, and that I would have no woman suffer. But nurse turns on me. God in heaven bless her, she cries, spittle on her purple face, waving her arms above my blood-drained daughter. You were to blame, my lady, to rate her so. Well, she turns to the prince. Oh, I tried, your grace, to defend her from the second marriage, unholy as it was. Liar! And my lady told her, talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee. Oh, how could mother? I see the repulsed hair turn toward me. Simperers! It is unexpected in a mother, yet not in a father. Well, I did what must be done. I was merciful, quick, best for young Juliet to close her eyes and get it done with. The thing accomplished. Go to the wedding as though one were a guest. Get to the church. Only go. No need to think. Allow yourself to be dressed by your mates beforehand, as though only for a feast. As I did when I was married to this old man. It is like saying one's rosary. Simply making the mouth and body move. No need to hold the thoughts in your mind as you do what you do. Well, the things that you need to do are often most simple enough, so I would have told her on her wedding morning had I been given the chance. I knew that in the end such a course would be easiest for her. Well, I did not know, of course, about his son, Montague's. I confess, I see why my daughter had a preference. Paris's was milquetoast, certainly. Defeated by that son of the handsome, broad-chested Montague. Montague was so close to me now that if I put up my hand, I could lay it upon his round arm. He meets my eyes across the bodies of the dead children. Annie might take him for a loving family man. Not one who is less in his own bed than a courtesan's, which is what he is. He who left his son to wander the city unchecked and encounter my daughter. Juliet, child, wretched fool! Paris would have been grateful to her for being beautiful, would have petted and worshipped her. Why under heaven would she believe she might marry where she would an unsuitable boy? Who told her such a thing? Not I. I was far too mindful a mother. She has paid for her one night for the love, a thing I never had, a thing I was denied myself. And what harm would he have done me? None might have ever known. I stare at Montague. He feels it, brings his eyes back to mine. My heart softens only for a moment as I see the anguish, only a moment. Do you remember? I say. That is all, but he knows what I mean. All those about us think I am merely cruelly taunting him, reminding him of when his son yet lived. He knows that I ask of him if he remembers that night 14 years ago of my father's Christmas revels. That night long ago when I pushed away his warm kisses in the cold, silent garden, his hands hot on me. The night when I knew nothing. Oh, I thought my worth was in my worth to my family. Soiled, I had no prize. Him I loved. Him I did not marry. Thank you.